Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 Dream Vision Map workshop where you're going to bring your dreams, your wishes, your visions, your intentions, and they are going to manifest magically because truly we are all light workers. We are connected and rooted to God, to Source, to the multiverse, not the universe, but the multiverse. So thank you so much for being here. I have a beautiful soul with me, Patty. You'll meet her after this, but she was so gracious for me to record this. And if you missed it, hey, what can I say? Anyways, we are going to meet up 4 times a year. So not just in January, but in April. And then we're meeting up again in July. And then we're meeting up and we're kind of rounding out the year in October. And why do I do that? Because I think we get too fixed on a board, too fixed on goals. Forget goals, okay? Really, it's intention, it's feeling. I'm all about the feels. I mean, I didn't even introduce myself, but I am a spiritual medium, intuitive energy coach, old soul healer, and soul purpose mentor. And, I know how you're feeling. I mean, in 2016, I had my spiritual awakening. I had the 2x4 to the head. I was in the dark night of the soul. I was stressed. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was suicidal. I had 2 attempts to die by suicide. So I have walked the walk, and now I'm talking the talk. And why am I passionate about my business? I had somebody today, and I'm coming today live from Lima, Peru. Now, I'll tell you about vision boards. I started doing this a couple years ago. I would put pictures and words and affirmations and feelings. And in the center, that was the central feeling. So if you have a word, a feeling, an intention for 2022, share with us here if you'd like, or you can send me an email. You can, post on social media. You can go, oh, Christine, I totally missed this. I posted this everywhere, but I understand we cannot be everywhere at every time. So you're here. You've taken the time to do this, and that's all that matters. Okay. So let's just, take a breath with that and just settle in to this. This is your time. Turn off your phone, close the door, get your animals and your children situated and partner, whatever else is going on. You shouldn't really be doing this while you're driving. I mean, you can listen, but there is a participator, you have to participate in this. You have to let go of what the old models have told you, the old earth, the colonial type of systematic, ego-based, goal-based, left brain. It's all about being disconnected. So this board will connect you back to your innate blueprint of who you are as a soul. All right, enough of this. And yeah, that's me being, goofy, I guess. And really, it's all about the F word, fun. Remember fun? Remember when you were a kid? You would just do things, you wouldn't question it. You would just say, hey, that looks cool. Let's have fun. Let's do this. So let's do this. And I want to see your boards after as well. I want you to email them to me. I'll leave all the links below as well, but thank you for being here. All right. So I just ask a question. What's your dream? And really, we want to ignite the inner child of wonderment. I mean, look at the fairies. I mean, that's how that's how we should be looking at everything, with curiosity, because with curiosity, that drives the imagination, and the imagination drives our creativity. And we are creative. We are here to create. But guess what? We are co-creating with the multiverse, with God. And if God is, and I am, and we are, guess what? So are all of you. And I understand you were told otherwise. I have other videos on past lives and fears and such. So I know that there's still a lot of healing going on, but really, I talked about legacy. Someone said, wow, you're really dedicated to your work, Christine. And I said, because I'm dedicated to myself, and I know that there's other people out there that are struggling, and they are dying for community. They're dying for connection. They are dying to feel like they matter, and not just what's the word, dismissed or told, "Oh, you're just too emotional. You're just too much." I'm sure you've heard that. And unfortunately, those are the relationships that we're dropping at this time. And yeah, yesterday was Mercury, the start of Mercury retro. So this is a perfect time to clear all the crap of 2021, 2020, of everything. Start fresh. Start with a clean slate. Start with a clean mind, body, and soul. And I'm going to do a meditation in between this as well. So let's continue. Maybe you're starting to write things down on a piece of paper in a journal. I don't know, maybe you do audio notes or something. Whatever it is, whatever's coming through, that is your intuitive self. Let it come through. Don't dismiss it. Just start writing things down. Maybe you've already started a board, or you had some ideas. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to expand on this because now I'm feeling more inspired, or I'm getting a download. So just keep going. And I love working with the elemental energy. Who doesn't love fairies? Who doesn't love unicorns? Who doesn't love dragons? Come on. You know, this is where your greatest wishes will come true. I think of Cinderella and the fairy godmother. That mother energy. We need to connect back to the mother, because think of yourself. If you're very critical, if you put yourself down, or you have been put down, think of yourself, come back and go, you are so loved. You are beautiful. You matter. That's how we need to talk to ourselves. So wish for yourself as you would wish for others. Wish for yourself as you would wish for others. Then you start collectively creating a symbiotic and cyclical energy exchange of love. And that's why we're here. Love, love. So do you have a vision? Do you have visions? I'm sure many of you have dreams. If you have any of those, I feel you should be writing them down. If you don't remember your dreams, don't say I don't remember. Say, you know what? I'm willing to remember. I just forgot. That's all. And you start practicing. You ask your angels, your guides, your loved ones, you ask God every night, come into my heart and show me this or something better. What more do I need to know? And slowly it will start infusing like a tea bag. Funny analogy, but I just seen it come up. So really we need to hone in on this. What is your why? What is your why? Why do you do the things you do, and why do you not do the things you do? So your vision, this vision is a map, and the map is the key. You are the seer. You are the mystic. You are the alchemist. Remember that book? Have you ever read that book by Paul Cole? It's amazing. You should really read it. It brings you back to the Egyptians, the pyramids. I mean, we all have some type of connection there in a past life, and remembering all of that. So I am about soul's purpose. I really am. And it's not a title or a job. I mean, it can be if you're an amazing mother, bus driver, social worker. That's your purpose. And how do you know? Because it doesn't feel like work. Every day feels amazing. And I will even say not every day will feel amazing as well. So just remember that. Some days are harder than others. But if you really feel like you're making a difference, if you really have a heart to heart connection, this ignites your inner fire. This is your mission. This is a longing to explore your extraordinary, to uncover the mystical and magical you that you forgot. And that's all it is. Just say, oops, don't beat yourself up. A beginner's mind is where everyone starts. And with everything, we are all unlearning all the garbage that's been preloaded since birth. And I'd say even before birth. And Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet, he says dreams are today's answers to tomorrow's questions. I truly believe that. So don't forget about your dreams, please, no matter what anybody tells you. Because my experience is when people, even family, whoever, they are not, they don't have the experience that you do. They don't have the feelings that you do. They don't have the energy, the understanding, the compassion. They just don't get it. So don't bother trying to stuff it and down their throats. Just carry on. Just carry on. Keep your head down and keep going. And, I love books. I mean, I read quite a few. There was one called The Logic of God. And I was like, God has logic? So I really wanted to read this book. But what really stood out was those in pain. And I can identify with this because most of my life I was in pain, emotional pain, anguish, stuck on the treadmill, stuck in a loop, stuck in the broken record of I'm the victim in victim consciousness. So those in pain look for comfort and explanation. Here's the key. Those disappointed in pleasure look for purpose. So once we get rid of all the outside distractions and addictions and everything else and relationships, you start honing in on purpose. And that's why I do this. That's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know once you hit, I don't even know what the word is. It's almost like a threshold, like past your own like roadblock, your own boundary. You're like, I can push through this because there's growth experience on the other side. And when you look back, you're like, oh my God, this is nothing. I can do so much more. Like my mind is not in control here. That's the part. It's the heart. The part is the heart. And I'm looking at my image. I had this photo session done. Oh my goodness. 2017. It was fall. It was Alberta. You can see the leaves. But I'm just noticing this picture. There's a rainbow through my chest here. I'm seeing a purple. I have never noticed that before. And I've looked at these pictures for years. So see what retrogrades do, even in Venus is in retrograde, going back to the love, realigning, re-examining things, slowing down like a tortoise, a turtle. Because if you're going too fast, you miss everything. See? Thank you, Spirit, for showing me this. So what is a dream vision map? It's known as a treasure map, a visual explorer. So you can use poster boards, paper, cork board. You can use any board. You can paste it on your wall. I don't care. And you collage images from magazines. I've used old cards, greeting cards, birthday cards. I'll cut the words that really line up with what I'm trying to create. So it's simple, words, affirmations. Traditional goal setting, as we all know, comes from outside influences, not from your internal innate GPS system, which we all have, the map. And you can also create digitally as well. And I will show you, this is Canva. They have maps and boards on Canva and also on Trello.com. I'll go to that later. So really, we want to paint a vivid picture of the world we imagine. What do you imagine? How can you paint with your own brush of truth, with your own colors of yourself, of who you are, of your soul? So let's just really marinate in that. And then I want to look at your calendar. Like, are you overscheduling yourself, overextending yourself? I mean, you're here for a reason. If you're empathic, if you're a light worker, you're a former perfectionist, people pleaser, that's me. Hi. Um, you overdo it. Or maybe you don't do anything at all because you don't know where to start. So you could have maybe a blank calendar or one that is just overfilled. So it's funny, this is September 2021, but how does my calendar reflect my values and my soul's purpose? What activities bring me energy or feel effortless? Those are important. So if you're penciling something in and you feel it in your gut and you're like, this doesn't, where is this coming from? Like, is this a more fear, or is this, ew, I don't like this. Like, this just doesn't align. This takes from me. So be very body aware. Yeah, activities that are draining. Now I know, washing dishes and such is, but that's different. That is part of life. So with every dish you wash, you could wash it with so much love, intention, energy, and a meditation that the next person eating off this plate is going to be blissed out. Imagine that, blissed out. So, what's one thing I can do to extract myself from what's draining? What's one thing I can do to invest in more activities that bring me energy? So, for me, something that's draining, trying to think of something that is draining. Hmm. I can't, have to say, I will say, over scheduling like Zoom meetings, too many back to back is draining for me. So be very aware of the energy that you exchange. And then what is something that brings me energy? Doing this, guiding others, doing one-on-ones and mentorship, group mentorship, which I will talk about at the end of this video. So if you're interested in working with me, you'll know more at the end here. So, and maybe you have questions, you can send them out anytime, 24khealing@gmail.com. So another question here, who is better off because you invested in your soul's purpose? Because you're not serving anybody if you're miserable, if you are angry, if you're frustrated, you get it, you kind of repel. And then you attract people that are like that as well. See how this works. That's why I do a podcast called The Power of Healing Your Energy, because that's what happened for me. So I'm also working on, expanding more on codependent relationships and narcissism. So look out for that. So do you have a clear picture of your soul's purpose? It couldn't, maybe it's just an image or a word or a feeling or an animal comes through or a song. Don't forget about the songs. So what are you able to do a year from now that you weren't able to do today? We need to be aware of that. Like, celebrate the wins, man, not the losses. Celebrate the wins. And maybe some losses are a win. So you need to look at that too. So for me, a year from now that I wasn't able to do today, ooh, um, experience food for the first time. I became vegan. I have to think about that. I don't know how many days, 52, 53. I am actually tasting food for the first time. I know it sounds radical, but it's true. So how are you showing up for your family, your friends, and the people you value? Are you showing up as, here, how may I serve? Here I am. Here's my love, my light. I radiate it out. Or are you like, I don't know who I am, and you know, uh, I'm not sure where I'm going, so I'll just follow you guys and see what happens, right? I mean, it's good to follow sometimes, but you got to be aware of what you're following, right? And I think even more than now than ever in 2022, community and all that is so important. People are dying for that. And I don't use that term lightly. It's happening. So I want to create a love, like a love vibe, a connection vibe, everyone matters, everyone, not just this or that, but everybody, no matter what religion. I don't care. I don't care. You show up, you're here, we love you. Okay. How are you fueling your own energy and impact? That's important. Do you take time out to meditate? Like, I spent an hour and a half with yoga and meditation today, and a sweat pouring, dripping. I mean, it is very warm here. I also skipped winter. Yay. No, sorry for anybody in the Northern Hemisphere. um, so you really, how are you taking time for yourself? Because you cannot give from an empty cup. And you got to unfill all the crap of the cup, your vessel, and refill it with the good, the God, the love. You got to, it's a It's a process. And what resources do you have to bring to your soul's purpose to make it even more? Are you looking to someone that emulates what you'd like to do? Someone you admire or something you're curious about? Just ask them. I really am curious about what you do or what you're interested in. Could you tell me more? And people are more than happy to share that with you. We've really got to just reach out and ask and not feel silly or shameful or embarrassed. Just ask. Wow. And then we're really going to look at a day in your life. So, like, what time do you get up? I get up at 6 because I want time for myself. I need an hour before I talk to anybody. Truly. I'm talking to God. I'm talking to my collective team. I'm sitting in quiet and peace and really reflecting on, the day. What is today going to bring? The excitement, the curiosity. And what is the first thing you do in the morning? Are you on your phone? Are you checking your emails? I know there's people out there. I used to do it. And then you start fear scrolling and then your mind's like, oh my God. And I can't remember what the percentage is. 60% of people have heart attack and strokes in the morning because their mind is like, oh my God, boom. And then the heart starts racing. See how this happens? Then you're causing inflammation because you're in that fight flight. You're not in you want to be in the sympathetic state. You want to be calm and chill, like dogs, like animals, they're chill. They're like, I'm just here to enjoy myself. So who are the people you choose? This is important to surround yourself during the day, right? And even if there's someone that challenges you or rubs you the wrong way or annoys you, it's telling about yourself too and what you're going to tolerate, and you can love people from a distance. I mean, this is a whole nother workshop I can do. So, and what types of projects are you working on or want to work on? And what are you doing more of? And what are you not doing at all? That's telling. And what else is different or similar in your life than where you are today? Um, Even maybe from December 2021, you can just reflect. And I think that's why I keep a gratitude journal too, and a separate journal, like a channeling intuitive self journal, which is part of my mentorship. You'll learn how to do that. Um, it's important because sometimes you just write out a bunch of garbage and you read it back and you thought it was garbage, but then there's gold in that, but it needed to come out. When you have leaks, like energy leaks, aura leaks, again, that's part of the mentorship. So we're going to take your board and we're going to break them into 6 categories. So before the meditation, we want to look at all the categories. So start writing down, mentally how you want to feel, emotionally, spiritually, physically, relationships, finances, self-care, service. I think that's more than 6. That's 8. Anyways, maybe for me, I think I picked 6, but maybe you only want to focus on 1 because that's where you're at. And we meet you where you're at. If it's spirituality, just do spirituality. I have some clients. I can think of one, Madeline. She put God in the center, and that was her whole vision for 2021. That's it. That's because she had been ignoring it for her whole life. So she wanted to do the deep dive and connect back to God and to herself. And amazing things have happened. I mean, she is now, working with people who are, having health issues and guiding them in hospice and in death too. So powerful work happens when you put things up. When you say, hey, universe, I'm ready. Here's what I am imagining, I'm feeling. Not what I want. I want a car. I want money. I want. Guess what? Universe, like, ugh, no, you haven't learned. Feel, 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 feel. I already am. See the connection? So feel which chakra. Maybe you want to focus on a chakra, your root chakra. which is your stability, security. Your sacral is your inner child, your sensuality, sexuality, your creativity house. Your solar plexus is your I am presence, your confidence, your ego as well. So watch that. The heart is the soul. The throat is here, talking, speaking, singing, speaking your truth, not holding back. And your third eye, which is usually blocked by the ego, is now, you're going to learn this all in the mentorship, learning all about your energy centers and how to open and close them, how to manage and keep yourself clear. The crown, that's huge, huge energy. Boom, up to source. And you can also bring in, maybe you love animals. You want to bring a spirit animal into this and encapsulate and then really go down the rabbit hole and find out what that animal means. Maybe it shows up all the time for you. Everybody has a spirit animal or animals. And then maybe an angel. You like Raphael. I like Michael. I mean, he's my go-to. Maybe it's oh gosh, I'm trying to think of all the angels, Uriel and Ariel and Raphael. Okay. Zadkiel. Thank you. They're all coming in. So just maybe it comes through in a color and then you're like, okay, what color is that angel? Or maybe it is your team, your guides are coming through as well. Maybe it's a loved one. I know my mom, she's right there, right behind me. She's always with me. She's here. All right. So let's create and meditate. Let's explore together in a co-creative process. So we're going to clear off the energies of 2021 to make peace with this moment, peering into the uncovered spaces in your heart, your conscious and subconscious and unconscious to uncover the magic within. So find your vision, your dreams, and your wishes, all the clairs. All right. So I'd like you to just close your eyes, maybe light a candle. This would be a good time to light a candle if you like to work with fire. Fire is ceremony. Fire is, for me, is a signifying spirit. Okay, spirit. Okay, God, I'm ready. I'm ready to open up to whatever transpires. And you can have your journal and notebook ready. You can bring in your crystals, you can bring in your smudging, essential oils. I've done all of that to create this space. And we're going to clear this off with a bowl. I love sound therapy. So just close your eyes. And 3 rings of the bell is signifying the beginning of something beautiful. So have you chosen a word? Have you chosen a feeling for 2022? If you have, let it come forward. If you have not, let it just sit there. Let it marinate. Let it come forward. And just imagine yourself floating. You're floating, you're gliding, you're moving all the way up into 2021. And along the way, you have Archangel Michael supporting you, cutting cords with anyone's energy. You're cutting ties, you're cutting cords, you're cutting wounds, you're cutting all of that energetic debris away from yourself. You're letting them go. He's wielding his mighty gold sword, and you're saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for what you have shown me. And now I'm ready to let you go. You're letting go and you're letting God come in. And all of a sudden, this beautiful portal opens up. White light pouring in, lifting all of the folks' energies that you've come into contact with. And they're all smiling back because the light within you is the light within them. And now we're bringing forward 2022. Bring that feeling forward. How does that feel to let go, to disconnect, to unhook from anything that's got you hooked? Is it mentally? Is it emotionally? Is it physically? Is it spiritually? Is it rooted in money? Is it rooted in a relationship? And at this time, we're asking for your team, your divine collective team of angels, guides, loved ones, elementals, spirit animals, chakra colors to come through. Whatever is coming through is for you to focus on. Hold on to that feeling. There's a ton of information that's flooding through right now, flooding through, flooding through. And let it come rest into the heart, into your chest, into your soul. Let it marinate in. And take your time coming back. You might want to stretch, you might want to yawn, take a sip of water, very important. And just imagine yourself now keeping this in your blueprint, in your vibrational energy. This is in the crystalline grid as well. This is part of you. You are part of them. You're part of everything, this consciousness, Gaia, the mother. And maybe you're writing this down now, or maybe you're like, you know what, I'm not going to be too attached to this. I am just going to let it come through. And it might not come through today, but it will come through when you're ready. All right. So take your time coming back. Wow. Let me know how you're feeling. I'd love to know. You can send me a message. But really, there's 8 principles of intention setting. And we're so grateful. So thank you. Thank you, God, for rooting all of this in today with compassion, with connection, with courage, with commitment, with creativity, with collaboration, with community, and with co-creation. All the C's. We've got 8 C's going on here. So maybe pick 1 or 2 or all of them if those are the words you want to have on your board. Again, this is your board, your time. And this will be recorded. So if you miss something, or you can take a quick screenshot of this too, maybe keep it up on your computer, print it out. Patty's just saying 3 chakras need help. Okay. It was shown to you. That's cool. I love that. And her word is learn. Learn. Thank you for sharing that, Patty. And I know that there's lots of, different things will pop up. For me, I saw a lot of yellow. So of course, that's, the solar plexus. And I kept hearing lions roaring, and I need to roar more. And 2022 is about the year of the tiger. So we've got that cat energy. We're moving from ox to cat. So I'll talk more about I love, the Chinese, the celebration of the New Year's that they do, the colors, the red and the gold. I'm so drawn to that. So we'll explore the Year of the Tiger in February. There we go. That is my next event, Year of the Tiger. And I'm sure I'm going to do it on February 22nd, 2022. That is my mother's birthday. She passed 8 months ago, but we will, this is going to be a huge portal opening, and I'll have more to come about that, but that's only in the membership, guys. Like, you have to be part of Mighty Networks to find out more about this. So, okay. So Patty's saying solar plexus, third eye, crown. Cool. All right. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Here's an example. This is an old board. I mean, look at this. Apparently I was supposed to be in Bali in 2021. But I kept adding to this with my own handwriting. I use cards that my mom gave me. Yes, I ride a motorcycle. I did love that. You can see the lion energy in here. Do you see this symbolism? Um, do you, boo? Listen and take care of yourself. Follow your own compass. See, spirituality was huge. And then there were hormones in there because I went through hormone hell. I went through a perimenopausal nightmare, which I could probably share about too in another workshop because I know there's a lot of ladies that are suffering with that. And you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be a beautiful experience. But with all the garbage in our diets and in our whole multiverse, it's no wonder, and our kids are experiencing this now. So, all right. Yeah, this is so wild to see because I've moved so many times in the last couple of years, sold so many things. But see this part, the healing center above the butterfly. The butterfly, see how where that was put? That was intentional, but I did not know that. That was spirit. And see my career, a guide to life. I'm so glad I'm seeing this. Listen to your heart. And I did win money. I've been very lucky that way. I will say that. I'm a gambler. I am because I'm here. I sold everything and moved to Peru. And I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I let that part go and spirit made it happen. And there might be some people like, oh, that's too frou-frou. That doesn't compute because you have to make that connection. That's why it doesn't compute because you have never had that experience. So compute that. And Patty's talking about her unicorns, her dragons, and her spirit animal is a horse. Freedom. Yay, freedom. Wild spirit. And horses are beautiful, magical, healing. I know a lot of people that use horses with healing. They're very good they're amazing healers. All right. Here's an example of a client's board. Do you see Joy, the swan? This is, I think this is Marsha's board. Joy, doula, stop, listen, sit. Do you see how, and nature was brought in here, God was brought in here, but the swan was the center of her board because the swan encapsulates the beauty and that free flow energy, and they're majestic too to look at, are they not? I mean, I remember that book or the cartoon, The Ugly Duckling. Do you remember that? It was such a cute story, but so sad at the same time. Here's another one. See, Madeline, she was all about the divine, the goddess, new year, new you, play, saving birds. Nature was huge. Nature's a big part of my journey as well. Nature and animals, always connected to nature and animals. That's where you get the biggest grounding. That's where you get a lot of your creativity and ideas. So get outside, even if it's freezing cold. I came from a very cold climate, so I understand. I do. But once you're out there, you're like, I just got over myself, my roadblocks, my not putting myself first for a change. So this is my vision board. I'm encapsulating the turtle. And why? I mean, on land, they're very slow and methodical, but in water, super quick. So I see that as part of my journey. God, number 2, obviously twos. My word is joy. My affirmation is my mind and my body work together in perfect harmony to allow messages from the universe to guide me on my divine soul path. And community in the top corner. And vegan, veggies, plant-based, because I feel so amazing. Yoga is a huge part of my journey, always has been. It was a very life-saving part of my mental health because you're connecting mind, body, and spirit. And then I got my wings, baby. I'm ready to fly, like the baby bird leaving the nest. We're all ready to fly. And then money, gold, encapsulate that gold energy, that color, gold. Gold is pure. Gold, I believe, is with the Japanese where they put, I don't know the name, the term, I'm sure you can tell me, but they put back together broken pieces with gold. So we're putting ourselves back together right? We're not broken, maybe in some parts, but we know we can put ourselves back together. Beautiful mantra, Patty. I am enough. I am open to new ideas, new places, and new experiences. Yay. That is powerful. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I got to stop this. There we go. Next slide. So the tools needed to create your treasure map, Trello board online, it's free. Poster board, cork board, pictures, magazines, postcards, greeting cards, mementos, nature, elements, crayons, markers. You know, the sky's the limit. It really, it's just you're possibly limited thinking, right? So let's be unlimited because that's why we're here. We're unlimited. And I want to see them too. Please send them my way. I will share them. So, what is your feeling, word, and intention for 2022? I already shared what mine was. So, and we definitely know what Patty's is. She's been a great sharer and supporter of 24 Karat Healing, and we love you. All right. So yeah, you know, I already said at the beginning. Well, I kind of did. I always forget to say who I am. Anyways, so yeah, I guide empaths and, you know, folks that don't feel they fit in, the black sheep, the you don't belong here, you're too much, you're not enough. It's all bullshit. So really, you're going to unleash your gifts as light workers because they're masked as depression, anxiety, disconnection. You will discover you've always been intuitive. You have gifts, and you're uncovering your soul's purpose. All right. So, are you ready to unleash your purpose? Join me in Mighty Networks for a truly connected experience. Link will be in the comments. As well, Unleash Your Magic. It's a one-on-one mentorship and it's a group experience. So, it'll link will be in the website as well. Maybe join my email list and you can find out more. You know, I also wanted to acknowledge, I got to move this thing out of the way. Yeah, here we go. So this is a Trello board. So you just go to trello.com and you can see I've got things on the left-hand side of other things that I'm working on because I get things that come through and I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like this. I have a marketing map. I really work with the ego quite a bit, but you brainstorm, you put images and pictures and cards, you things that you're working on now from January to April. I mean, that's important. We'll see if it'll come up. So this is just illustrating what you can do in this board. And you can move things from in process to done. You use inspirations, you break it up every 3 months, and we are going to meet up again in April. So you can catch up at any time. And I want to show you the vision board. So this is Canva. It's free, canva.com. Go explore and have fun. Because if you're not exploring and you're not trying something new, then what are you doing? You know, we got to learn these things, right? So see how you have all these graphics. You can upload anything you want, photos, text, styles, audio, video. There's backgrounds. Maybe you want to create a logo. Maybe you want to record a meditation on here. You can do it all. It's amazing. So if you need the links, let me know. And I'm going to stop the share. All right, because I care. All right. And I wanted, oh, Patty's got a few comments here. Ah, thank you. And she likes Canva. Yep. Yep. She did hers on Canva. So maybe you can ask Patty if you need help too. I mean, we're all here to help each other, right? Nobody knows, you know, some people know maybe a little bit more, but just become curious and be like, I want to find out more about this. Please tell me. Please share with me. You know, I want to become, because really we're not an expert in anything. We can be an expert on how to show up in the world. And the card that I pulled for today, that we pulled for today, is from my most absolute favorite deck, the Shaman's Dream. Colette Baron Reid and Alberto Velodo. I'll put the links in for that as well. I love anything to do with a shaman. I know in a past life I have been male shaman. Doesn't matter if you identify male, female, non-binary, doesn't matter, but in that life I was. Anyways, so Joyful Muse, my friends. Look at this. I'm just trying to, there we go. Look at this cat. Maybe it's music. You see, he's creating. He's got glasses on. He's ready to learn. And triple three is all about the alignment of the mind, body, spirit. So, inspiration, the gift of play, inner child. I'm all about that. I'm so silly. I think I get it from my mom because she was goofy and I think I was way too serious. Because, being the oldest, I took on caregiver role right early and I took everything literally. Anyways, so we need to be more playful. We have more mirth and joy in our life because maybe we've become more boring to ourselves, but others continue to find you interesting. So maybe circumstances have dulled your edge. It's time to change, not the things around you, but in your attitude. Do you got tude or do you got a great attitude? Sorry. So blow a morning kiss to yourself, mwah, in the mirror, smile to a stranger, wink to a child, be mildly but elegantly inappropriate. Oh my, or just be inappropriate. I don't know. Like this is your this is your card. And this is a source of inspiration, a wild and disruptive feminine force that compels you to invite more pleasure and delight into your life. Give yourself permission to be mischievous and find more humor in tragedy while careful not to be frivolous. Okay. So I see grounded below and above, right? The centered, right? The power of the muse. Yeah, we are muses. We are all gods and goddesses around you and invite you to create beauty and grace out of the pain and tragedy you perceive in the areas of your life. Joyful muse often comes at a time when darkness prevails and the future seems dour. It's an illusion. Embrace her gifts, being playful without being silly. And I say you can be silly. Invite the child inside you to come out for a play date, and they will help you return to your innate innocence. We are all innocent. We're all beautiful children of God. So, never been there, never done that. Even if it is the same routine you wake up to every morning, say, don't go, ugh, I have to do this. Go, I get to do this because I'm alive. And how many people did not have that experience? And there are people who are living longer and dying slowly, like they're just there. We want you to do the opposite. Vibrancy, vitality. In fact, the owner of the co-homing place, Wisdom House here in Peru, is 85 years old and he has more energy than I do. So there he is, a beautiful example, shining example, the opposite of other men in my life. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm sure some of you, men, women, whatever, parents, you relate to this, okay? Oh, and and yeah, Patty, thank you. If you want to pull a card for your board, pull a card for your board. That's a great idea. So she used Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot and got 5 of Fire, which is all about completing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. Huh. So they kind of work together a little bit. I like that. And fives are about change. Change. Change is beautiful. We got to embrace it, man. That's what we've been shown for the last 2 years, right? It's all about change. Okay, so I'm going to open this up to anybody that has questions. I'm just asking Patty to unmute. If she wants to start her video, she can as well. And share with us, I guess, any more insights about the board. What was your experience? Any takeaways, I guess?
Mhm. Um, no, I was able to, just write a couple of words down that I was feeling, calm and joy, faith,
Mm,
self-love, beach life, healing. Um, One of the things that I want to do this year is start my own store call it Spiritual Gifts and have um different things in it like oracle cards and crystals and candles and mystical fairies, unusual things that you don't find in the stores down at the beach, you know what I mean?
I love it.
um And I want to practice. I want to have a room in the back where somebody can come in and say, I need a healing. Can you do some Reiki on me? Or, can you help me? Can you help me through an anxiety, and do a meditation with them?
Mhm.
And in the mornings, maybe do a meditation class on the beach. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. I know someone that does that, so I might have to connect you. And her name's Sheann. She's in New Jersey, and I'm giving her a shout out. She's got a
Oh,
page.
cool.
Yeah, she's got a page called What She Said because her name is spelled Sheeehan. But I'll connect you two after we're done. And I'm just going to pause for now. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to work with me or have a reading, a mentorship, or you'd like to know more about what I do and how we can co create your new life together, feel free to reach out. I'm Christine Gold. Thank you so much for being here. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends.